how far would you really go to protect your deepest desires? To hide a secret maybe, or to claim something you truly believe is yours.
Hmm.
Imagine a world where that kind of passion, immense wealth, and just chilling manipulation all get tangled up together on an isolated journey.
It's a potent mix.
It really is. Today, we're plunging into a classic mystery where appearances are definitely deceiving and obsession. Well, it can drive people to the ultimate crime.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to this deep dive. You are experiencing a unique two-host AI conversation powered by Google's NotebookLM, which we use to bring you deeper, more dynamic book summaries.
And right now, you're about to embark on a pretty thrilling journey down the Nile with us.
Indeed. Our destination is Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile, published way back in 1937.
Yeah, a real quintessential piece of detective fiction. It's celebrated for that systematic investigation, the logical deduction that only Hercule Poirot seems to manage.
Okay, let's set the scene then. Our famous Belgian detective Poirot, he's supposed to be enjoying a luxurious cruise down the Nile. We're talking 1930s Egypt.
Sounds idyllic, right?
Exactly. But it doesn't stay relaxing for long. He's almost immediately pulled into this conflict that, well, on the surface, it seems agonizingly simple.
Right. You've got Linnet Ridgway. She's stunningly beautiful, incredibly wealthy.
Yeah.
An heiress. And she's just married Simon Doyle.
Ah, but here's the twist. Simon was actually engaged to Linnet's best friend, Jacqueline de Belfort.
Ouch. And Jacqueline is, shall we say, not taking it well.
Not at all. She's relentlessly stalking the newlyweds. It gets so bad, Linnet actually becomes desperate enough to ask Poirot for protection.
It's just masterful how Christie sets that up, isn't it? It looks like the most obvious crime of passion waiting to happen.
Totally. You've got all the ingredients right there. The spurned lover, the stolen fiancé, that explosive jealousy.
It screams open and shut case from page 1. But what Poirot senses almost immediately, and what we soon discover, is that this apparently straightforward drama. It's hiding something far, far more calculated.
So our mission today is really to peel back those layers of deception in this famous book. We want to highlight key insights from Christie's brilliant storytelling, guide you through the plot, but without giving away that final intricate solution until Poirot's big reveal at the end.
Think of it as your essential guide to understanding one of Christie's most ingenious puzzles.
Okay, now just try to picture it. Colonial-era Egypt, the 1930s. Christie paints such an intoxicating picture.
She really does.
Our journey starts at the very opulent Cataract Hotel in Aswan before we board the luxury Nile steamer, the Karnak.
You can practically feel the desert heat, can't you? Smell the spices, hear the water.
Exactly. And those iconic locations like Abu Simbel, they're not just pretty backdrops. They add this symbolic weight, turning this ancient land into a stage for, well, very modern crimes of greed and passion.
And that setting, the steamer itself, it's more than just scenery. It's technically brilliant. It creates that perfect closed environment.
Ah, the classic closed circle mystery.
Precisely. All the suspects are confined, trapped together. It really ramps up the tension and lets Poirot focus his investigation. It's like a microcosm of human motives floating down the river.
A microcosm, I like that. And at the heart of this microcosm, we have our key players. First, Linnet Doyle, formerly Ridgway. She's the central victim.
Described as someone who had everything. Beauty, wealth, privilege.
Which tragically makes her a huge target for envy, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then there's Simon Doyle, her new husband. Seems devoted initially, but he's central to the drama in ways nobody suspects.
And of course, Jacqueline de Belfort, the spurned friend, the ex-fiancée. She seems utterly consumed by jealousy and revenge. Her presence just casts this long, dark shadow.
Which really raises the question, how many secrets can one boat actually hold? Because beyond that main trio, the Karnak is packed, a really diverse group of characters.
Oh, absolutely. Each with their own baggage, their own reasons for being there right then.
It's a whole manifest of potential motives.
You've got Lynette's maid, Louise Bourget, who seems loyal but maybe sees more than she says.
And her trustee, Andrew Pennington, who seems a bit too interested in her money.
Right. Then there's the romance novelist Salome Otterburn and her daughter Rosalie, adding a bit of drama.
We also have young Tim Allerton and his mother, the elderly American socialite Marie Van Schuyler with her cousin Cornelia Robson, and nurse Miss Bowers.
Don't forget the outspoken communist Mr. Ferguson.
Ah, yes. And the Italian archaeologist Guido Ricchetti, the solicitor Jim Fanthorpe, and the Austrian physician Dr. Bessner.
Wow. Each one, as we find out, has secrets or potential motives. It sets up this incredibly complex web of suspects.
So, with the stage set and all these intriguing characters introduced, the tension starts building almost instantly.
Yeah, Poirot actually tries to talk Jacqueline out of her whole vengeful pursuit. But it's useless.
She's relentless.
Totally. Simon and Linnet try to escape her by boarding the Karnak, hoping to ditch her. But nope, Jacqueline anticipated their move. She's already on board.
And Christie's genius here is making Jacqueline the obvious, almost too obvious suspect for anything that might happen. It's classic misdirection.
We're basically primed to point the finger at her, aren't we?
Exactly. And trouble starts pretty quickly. The first attempt on Linnet's life is at Abu Simbel. A huge boulder falls from a cliff, just misses her.
Everyone immediately thinks Jacqueline.
Of course. But then, the crucial detail. Jacqueline never left the steamer.
So that tells Poirot and us, okay, there's more going on here than just simple revenge.
Absolutely. It's a classic red herring. It forces you to think, if not her, then who? And why that method?
And things get even more complicated when Poirot's friend, Colonel Race, boards the Karnak later on.
Right, at Wadi Halfa. And Race isn't just on holiday. He has his own mission. Find a secret political agitator among the passengers.
So another layer of intrigue gets added to this already simmering pot.
Mm-hmm. And then finally, all that tension just boils over in the steamer's lounge one evening.
It's quite dramatic. Jacqueline, she's had a few drinks, she's furious, and she shoots Simon Doyle with her little pistol.
Simon collapses, clutching his leg. There's blood everywhere. Jacqueline becomes hysterical, kicks the gun away.
The only other witnesses are Fanthorpe and Cornelia. They rush Jacqueline off to her cabin. Simon gets taken to Dr. Besner for treatment.
But here's the crucial bit. When Fanthorpe goes back to find Jacqueline's pistol, it's gone. Vanished.
This whole event is just a masterclass in misdirection, isn't it? It seems to confirm everything. Jacqueline's rage, Simon as the victim.
Exactly. It gives Simon what looks like an ironclad alibi. He's just another casualty of Jacqueline's fury. Or so it seems.
And then, the shocker. The next morning, Linnet is found dead in her cabin, murdered in her sleep.
Shot with a small caliber bullet right to the brain. And her valuable pearl necklace, gone too.
Later, Jacqueline's pistol is found in the Nile, wrapped in a velvet stole that Miss Van Schuyler had reported missing.
And the investigation shows 2 shots were fired from it. So with Linnet dead, a clear suspect in Jacqueline. The stage is perfectly set for Poirot.
Okay, so what does Poirot do with all this? He immediately starts looking closely at the initial clues, suspecting many are red herrings.
Like Linnet's maid, Louise Bourget. She starts hinting she knows something, but denies it outwardly. Classic witness behavior.
Holding back information, right. It immediately makes you suspicious of characters you might have ignored.
Exactly. And then Miss Bowers returns what looks like Linnet's pearl necklace. She explains Miss Van Schuyler is a kleptomaniac and took it.
But Poirot, with his sharp eyes, realizes instantly these are fakes. Imitations.
Which points to a whole other crime, doesn't it? Separate from the murder, but it complicates everything and hints at more deceit.
And here's a really curious detail Poirot notices. 2 nail polish bottles in Linnet's cabin, but one doesn't smell like polish.
For anyone else, maybe insignificant. But for Poirot, every tiny detail matters.
Sadly, the killing doesn't stop with Linnet. Things escalate terrifyingly.
Yeah, the second victim is Louise Bourget, Linnet's maid, found stabbed to death in her cabin.
And then Mrs. Otterborn, the novelist, she goes to Poirot, Race, and Simon, claiming she saw who killed Louise.
But before she can name the killer, she's shot dead by someone outside the cabin.
And Simon's loud reaction, his surprise, it actually acts as an accidental signal to the shooter. Gives them time to act. Chilling.
It really is. As we try to untangle all these threads, maybe this is a good moment to mention Mindful Moments, which is our YouTube channel.
Ah, yes. It offers AI book analysis designed to inspire reflection and rational thought. A bit of calm amidst the chaos of a thrilling mystery.
Definitely worth checking out. So, back to the Karnak. Poirot starts systematically uncovering other secrets.
Right. He confronts Andrew Pennington about that falling boulder incident. Turns out Pennington was mismanaging Linnet's money.
He'd come to Egypt hoping to trick her into signing papers to cover his bad speculations. He admits trying to push the boulder.
But denies the murders, even though his own revolver was used to kill Mrs. Otterborn.
It just shows the corrupting influence of wealth, doesn't it? How far people go for money. It adds another motive, distracting from the main crime.
And it doesn't end there. Poirot also figures out Tim Allerton is a professional thief. He's the one who switched Linnet's real pearls for the fakes.
Honestly, it seems like everyone on this boat has a secret.
Meanwhile, Colonel Race finally identifies his man. Weir Richetti is the political agitator he was looking for.
So the Karnak really is just teeming with secrets, crimes, and these unexpected connections.
Okay, so we have all these clues, more murders, hidden agendas. How does Poirot finally piece it all together? Because his final explanation, it reveals a conspiracy that's just breathtakingly intricate.
It really is. He gathers Race, Dr. Besner, and Cornelia and lays it all out. The masterminds. None other than Simon and Jacqueline.
Wait, Simon and Jacqueline working together?
Yes, this is where we get into the full solution Christie's brilliant twist. Simon and Jacqueline had never stopped being lovers. Their obsessive connection led them to plan the whole thing together for the money after Linnet deliberately lured Simon away.
Okay, hang on. So that whole scene in the lounge.
All an act. Jacqueline deliberately missed Simon when she shot at him.
And the leg wound, the blood.
Faked. Using red ink from one of those nail polish bottles Poirot found later. Utterly audacious.
Wow. So while Jacqueline was creating that diversion, distracting Fanthorpe and Cornelia.
Simon grabbed the pistol, slipped out, went to Linnet's cabin, shot her, planted the nail polish bottle with the red ink as a clue.
And then came back to the lounge and shot himself in the leg to create his alibi.
Precisely. He used Miss Van Skyler's velvet stole to muffle the sound, loaded a spare cartridge so it looked like only 2 shots were fired from the gun, and then threw it overboard. A perfectly timed, cold-blooded performance.
Unbelievable. But what about the other murders? Louise? Mrs. Otterburn?
Necessary cleanup. Louise Bourget saw Simon entering Linnet's cabin that night. She tried to blackmail him.
So Jacqueline stabbed her to protect their secret.
Exactly. And when Mrs. Otterburn saw Jacqueline going into Louise's cabin just before she was killed, Simon's loud exclamation during their meeting acted as that unintentional warning.
Giving Jacqueline time to slip out and shoot Mrs. Otterburn from outside before she could reveal Jacqueline's presence near the scene.
When Poirot confronts Simon with all this, he confesses. Both he and Jacqueline are arrested, along with Richetti, the agitator.
But there's one final tragic twist, isn't there?
There is. As the steamer arrives back and passengers are disembarking, Jacqueline reveals a second pistol she'd hidden. She shoots Simon and then herself.
A devastating end. Poirot later admits he knew about her second gun, but chose to let her make that choice, rather than face the gallows.
It says a lot about his understanding of human nature, even in the face of such calculation.
Death on the Nile really digs deep into some powerful themes, doesn't it? That obsessive love, how it warps judgment.
Definitely. We see that through Jacqueline's apparent quest for revenge, which masks something else entirely. And the themes of entitlement, privilege, Linnet embodies that. And look at the destructive reaction she caused.
Yeah, and the corrupting influence of money is huge. What people will do for it.
And underpinning it all is deception. The masks people wear. It makes you question how well you can ever really know someone.
Christie's technique is just flawless here. That third-person omniscient view, the way that tension builds chronologically.
And her focus on dialogue, psychology, all within that perfect closed-circle setting.
It's why the book is considered one of her absolute best, right? Still in print since 1937, adapted so many times.
Absolutely. The plot, the characters, the setting, it all comes together perfectly. It's Christie at the peak of her powers.
So, beyond the incredible mystery, what's the lasting thought here? For me, it's a chilling reminder that the biggest deceptions often hide behind the most obvious motives.
And that unchecked obsession, especially tangled up with wealth, can twist human connection into something deadly. It definitely challenges you to look beyond the surface.
It's intellectually demanding, makes you think about how even these incredibly detailed plans can fall apart under scrutiny, and just how far basic human desires can push us, often into darkness.
Well said. And for those who appreciate this kind of deep analysis, don't forget to check out Mindful Moments and our podcasts for more insights and reflections.
And to explore this book even further, click the link on screen for the in-depth book critique. Please subscribe, share this deep dive with your fellow mystery fans, maybe purchase the book using the link, and above all, keep thinking rationally.